This
Yeah, I
career.
did see that. Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
got that.
All right. Hello. Look, I'm having to look over here at the phone, but look here. Hello out here in Facebook land, virtual world, whatever we want to call it, to our social media friends. Sharon is laughing. I can hear her laughing
Of
now.
course she is.
Hey, Rhonda. I call her Michelle. Greetings, everyone. Tonight is Monday, November the 3rd. And you're probably asking, why are you reminding us of what day it is? We're in the month of November.
Hmm.
What happens in November? What's special about November? Well, we do know October came before November.
That's
And
true.
in October, there are a lot of events and programs, and you see a lot of pink going on throughout your neighborhoods, your communities, throughout your cities. You see a lot of people and organizations, they're having events and everybody dressed up in their pink, and the employees are having raise awareness for breast cancer. Wear your pink on a specific day. However, we here at Team Whip, we're more than October, because breast cancer is just not diagnosed in the month of October.
Hmm.
It's just not also what how I want to say this. It's just not also found in October. Okay, breast cancer is 365. We here at Team Whoop, we said we're pink 365 days. And we do know that also in October, you can get free mammograms. They have what we like to say, they have a special going on at some of our health facilities, that where you can schedule an appointment. You have to be over 40, not insured, and possibly have had history of family history of breast cancer. You can get a free mammogram. Well, it is November the 3rd. It is after October. And tonight we have our team player, Angela Houston. Woo! Everybody give us a thumbs up. Give us some claps. Let's see some hearts. Let's see some hearts. So tonight we have Miss Angela Houston on here, and we're gonna let her tell you a little bit about herself. I'm not gonna keep talking, but I do want to start off tonight letting you know who and what Team Whip is. Team Whip began in 2015 as Walking to Honor Those in Pink. We had such an overwhelming response that we elevated to working to help those in pink. We are community based, we are community engaged. And so, what we try to do is our purpose is to help those in pink, okay? That is our purpose. Our mission is to help others, breast cancer patients, their survivors and their co-survivors and their caregivers, to thrive beyond the color. We know pink is represented for breast cancer awareness. So what our organization do is we educate, we try to empower, we try to bring awareness, hope, all these things that help us to thrive beyond the color,
Hmm.
through outreach and through community-based programs and events in East Alabama. So without further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others like I'm in church. Miss Angela Houston, good evening, and how are you doing this
I am
evening?
doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well, great, great,
Good,
great. So,
good.
first of all, if you will, just tell us a little bit about you.
Well, again, I'm Angela Houston. I am a resident of West Point, Georgia. I've been living here most of my life. I was born and grew up in Chicago, but I moved here, or my family moved here, um, back when, way back,
Way back.
but way back. I was actually going into my senior year of high school. I graduated from Troop. Um, let's see, I lived in Atlanta for a few years, probably about 8 years. And then my son, when he was a baby, I moved back to West Point. He's 27 now.
Okay.
Yes, he's 27, and he has a newborn. He has my first little grandbaby.
What? So you are a
Yeah, I am
grandbaby?
a Gigi.
You're a Gigi.
I'm a Gigi. She is
How have you
not
been
even.
holding this information
I
out?
know I am in love with this little girl, Mael.
Oh, now Maya, now you
She is.
can't take her time up on weekends because now she
I know
can
what
spare
she
some of that
already
time with
has.
Will.
She already has.
So let me
So,
ask you real quick, how was
mhm.
that move from Chicago your senior year, going into your senior year? And
It
you just
wasn't honestly for me. I think my sister, she actually had it the worst. She was totally against it. But for me, I was okay because I went to an all-girl Catholic school. So all I thought, we get to wear our own clothes at this new school. I get to be with boys. So I was good.
you were good, okay?
I was good. It was a
That
little.
auntie too, okay?
Yes, it was bittersweet because, I left my friends, but yeah, it was a new experience, so I didn't have it. It was fine with me,
It
I
was
was okay
fine
with
with
it.
you.
Mhm.
Okay, so y'all will move here from Chicago, the Windy
Mhm.
City,
Yes,
and you're Gigi now.
I
Okay,
am a
so I
Gigi.
remember you from I was working at Intercell, which is a wireless
Mhm.
company, and you were
Mhm.
working at the wireless provider next to me, our competitor.
See, I didn't know. Yeah, T-Mobile.
Yes, at T-Mobile.
I was there for years.
Okay. So we kind of been knowing each other, but not really knowing each.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Okay, so you moved here, you graduated from high school. We worked next door.
Uh-huh.
So what career field? Are you still in the wireless profession?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
I left there back in 2005. Um, I am now a mammographer or a mammography technologist. I do mammograms for a living and I love it. I am glad that I chose this profession because when I was working for T-Mobile, it brought the money in, but I was miserable. I was trying to make quota all the time on conference calls. It was just not for me. So, I went to school and I decided I didn't know what I was going to do when I decided to go back to school,
Mhm.
but I knew I had to do something. And so I went to school, and I was gonna originally, when I went back, I was gonna go into clinical lab tech, technician or
Mhm.
phlebotomy,
Mhm.
but they didn't offer that in LaGrange. So I ended up switching to radiology. Still didn't really know what I was going to do with that field, but once I got into it, well, actually, I was before I got into the program, I was taking classes, and then I went and I found out that I was actually diagnosed with breast cancer while I was in school. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Really. And y'all,
Yeah,
I promise y'all, even though we're on Team Whip together, we share our journeys, but it does not be about us. We hear it, we
right,
know it, and we keep moving. So you're
right.
in school.
In school, yeah, going into trying to get into the radiology program, I had to take classes, I had to take a test. So I was doing my last two classes online. Thank God it was online. But I was doing my last two classes when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And this was back in November of 2011. And
So how old were you in 2011, if you don't mind me?
I was Ooh, gonna make me tell my age, but I was 40. I was 40 or 41.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, because I went back late, and because I had worked at T-Mobile for 16 years, but
Okay.
well, at that time I think it was like 10 years, 10 or 11 years. But anyway, um, I was diagnosed, like I said, in 2011, and then in 2012 I had my surgery. I had a full mastectomy with reconstruction. Um, and everything was going fine at first.
Hmm.
With the yeah, I mean, I had a nice little nice little set. But after that, after a couple weeks, my body started to reject my reconstruction. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, once, yeah, and I had to go back for more surgery. And it was when I woke up from my second surgery, I had no breast. Yeah,
So,
I went from a nice little rack to nothing.
for nothing.
You took,
So, and you know, Big Sis, she's sharing some things. She's saying you were a single mom maintaining a whole household,
that's
going
true.
back to school,
That's true.
two classes from graduating, and you're
Yes.
diagnosed.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't graduating. I was actually trying to get in. I was about to get into the
She was about,
program.
oh, okay, she was
Yes, I was
about to
about to
get
get
into
into the
the
radiology
program.
program.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes
So,
a difference because that means you were not
yeah.
through.
Yeah, I was not through. No, ma'am. No,
Oh,
ma'am. I remember um after my surgery, I remember being um, you know, on pain medication in my recliner, half sleep, trying to do this assignment before it was due.
oh my goodness.
Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness. For those who have just joined in, we're talking with Angela Houston, a breast cancer survivor and a mammographer, and she's sharing some information about her journey. And she's going to share some other information with us, some very helpful tips. Our focus is after October. What do you do after October? Because we
Mhm.
understand that everybody is in an upward during October, but on November the 1st, what do we do? So
Mhm.
she was just telling us about she was getting ready to get in the radiology program, and she found out that she was diagnosed breast cancer.
Right.
Had a surgery. She's trying to finish her classes on pain medication. You know, she's just trying to maneuver through this journey all together.
Mhm.
And I think you said you had a son at that time, right?
Right. He was 12,
He was
13.
12.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, just one question. How was he during this time?
Well, my sister stepped in a lot. She was going to his teacher student conferences. She was taking care of him while I was healing. So I really had a good support system. My mother, she was here. She was, my caregiver. So I really didn't have time to worry about him because they took care of him. So yeah, he was good. And
That is
honestly,
important.
yes, yes, support is definitely important. Um, I didn't realize how much it affected him until he came after my surgery. They came to visit me in the hospital, and he broke down crying, and that was so hard. Yeah, I didn't realize because as a kid you think they're okay, they're fine, but when he started to cry, I
Mhm.
was like, oh my God, you know this is really affecting him, and it really hurt my heart. And I just looked at him and I was like, I'm okay, baby. It's gonna be okay. I'm here.
That is so
Yeah,
sweet. So,
yeah.
and we were going to do something a little later on, but I want you to share now. Were you diagnosed first, or was your sister diagnosed first?
My sister actually was diagnosed like a few months before me. I think she had finished her treatment and everything, and then I had started. I was getting like bloody discharge, and I would notice it in my bra. Um, And I think
And
I
y'all
noticed,
listen, this is not TMI. When we
yeah,
have
yeah,
our guests on, they are sharing their journey for a reason. Because
right.
what you hear is you may feel a lump, you may feel burning
Mm-hmm.
sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of us discovered our breast cancer differently. We had
Different. That
different
is true.
signs. So, y'all, please pay attention to this. Okay, so you had a
Right.
discharge and you noticed that in your bra.
Right.
Okay.
And actually, I had noticed a year before, and I had a mammogram, I had a biopsy, and it came back benign. But this was a year later, and I still was having this bloody discharge. But at this time, I started to notice a little different. My breast just, I didn't know, but it just didn't feel different. I mean, it felt different. And
Mhm.
so that's when I went back to the doctor and I had another mammogram and biopsy. And that's when it did come back cancerous.
Oh, wow. And you
Yeah.
said previously you had had a
I
mammogram.
had a mammogram. I had a biopsy. The biopsy came back benign. But I was still off and on experiencing
That discharge.
discharge. Yeah.
Okay, some abnormalities with the breast. And
Right.
we are here talking tonight after October. What do I do? We have special guest team member on, Angela Houston. She shared her journey with us. So you had your surgery, you were in
Hmm.
school, you like you said, you not quite sure what you wanted to do. You were getting ready to complete so you could be accepted into you had been accepted into the radiology program, correct?
At that time, no, not at that time. I was still in school. I mean, eventually I did that year in 2012, but while I was still healing, I was still in the process of getting
Process.
there.
You were getting
Right.
homework and trying to heal all at the same
Exactly,
and worried about your
exactly.
health.
And taking tests.
Taking tests and everything. So, okay, and you said you are a registered mammographer.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Y'all know my tongue gonna get tired. Blah, blah, blah,
I
blah.
know, I know. It's a lot.
So, with being a mammographer or a technologist, does that
Hmm.
require and I heard you say school, so that means that requires certification?
It does.
Do you have to have continued education in this
Hmm.
career
Hmm.
field?
Hmm. Okay, so once you go in through the program, you do have to take the test to become registered.
Mhm.
So I took the registry and then I went back for a few more months to be registered so I could sit for the registry for mammography. So once I got my X-ray registry, I went back and then I sat for the mammography registry. And so I've been a mammographer for about 9 years now.
So this is
Um,
something you just don't watch YouTube University and get it.
mm, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, so y'all, once again, we're here tonight with Angela Houston, and I did not know that you were in school when you were diagnosed.
I
Wow,
was.
that
I
is so
was.
amazing. And then to see your baby come in the room, in your hospital room, break down
Mm-hmm.
crying because
Mm-hmm.
he was worried about mommy. Like, is she
Yeah, he
coming
was.
home?
He
What's
was.
wrong with her?
And he
You
saw
know,
me hooked up with all the
oh,
wires and all that. Yeah. I think it was
oh
just
my
a lot.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, and that makes us think because majority of us are diagnosed when we have children. And
Hmm.
that's something we always ask, how are you feeling? They said we're okay as long as you're okay.
Right.
But
Right.
to really know how a child is feeling. And for him being a man,
Exactly. He
at
was like
12,
12. Yeah.
yeah, and he breaks down crying, but then you share with
Hmm.
us, and this is important, guys, this is important, that your sister, your caregiver, who was diagnosed the year before, she
Hmm.
jumped right in. You had no
Hmm.
worries. She did
And thank God
parent
for her.
conferences
Yes.
and everything. That's what
Hmm.
we're talking about. No one fights alone.
Hmm.
No one never assume that an individual, cancer patient, breast cancer patient,
Right.
oh, it's just some light, they okay, they can handle it. No, 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 no.
No.
So look, now I got 10 kudos extra for Sharonda Linnell.
Yes, yes. Thank God for
You
her.
know, and I've walked those shoes with you because my mother was diagnosed 2 years before me.
Mhm.
But my sister, when I say they jumped in my support system, only thing I worried about was trying to move my arms without pain. You know, I didn't have to
Yeah,
worry about
yeah,
anything else.
yeah.
And I'm not bragging, but I'm just sharing, as you have shared. It's important to have a support system. I'm not talking about somebody that'll call and text you every once in a while.
Right. Somebody who
I
is
get on my
there.
soapbox, right?
Yes.
Somebody who really cares and Whip cares. So, all right, let's keep moving because I start talking and get off track. So you've gotten your certification, you've gone through your treatment. Now, can I ask this?
Mhm.
Has it been determined if your and your sister's cancer was it hereditary?
No, our we took the genetic testing and it was negative. So yeah, it was negative. I don't know if it I really don't know, but it
And
was
see, that's
definitely
something
negative.
that's coming because, and I had to ask that so those that are watching on live, hey everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube land, that just because a family member has had it, it does not
Right,
always mean it's hereditary.
right,
It
right,
could be genetics, and we stress this year we have been stressing to get the genetic testing. It's very important. That is actually the best prevention, okay? And when I say prevention, you're being proactive in knowing your family history and knowing your genetics so you can keep watch of your body.
right.
You may not have the signs, but hey, if you know that it's in your genetic makeup, you like, okay, I need a mammogram. I need other testing. And we're going to get into that. I'm going to hush once again. We're going to let the mammographer tell you about that. Okay, so let me ask this question for those who may not understand because, sometimes what we're told we just believe. But what
Right.
is the purpose for mammograms?
Uh, Basically, in a nutshell, early detection. Early detection, because a lot of times when you feel something, if you feel something in your breast, that cancer has already been there. It's already been, I mean, it's already started to form. So that mammogram is going to see if you have some calcifications, which can be early signs of cancer. If it's gonna detect if there's a density in your breast that was not there before. So yeah, your mammogram is important to have. Um, because I mean, again, it's early detection.
So
Yeah.
mammograms are basically for early detection, and we know we hear people talking about, oh, I don't want them pressing my breast. It's
Mm-hmm.
so painful. That one mammogram I had, that
Mm-hmm.
one
Yeah.
mammogram I had, you know, it was some tension there, but hey, y'all are saving my life. You're about to save my life.
Exactly.
Press as
Exactly.
hard as you want. I don't
Exactly.
care.
Because
So
that
we need to get
mammogram
that
is going
little
to see what you don't feel.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, um. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Can I ask this question?
Mm-hmm.
Why the age of 40?
Well, first off, a breast that is younger than 40 is going to be a dense breast. Young patients are just going to have a density. And when you have dense breast, it's going to show up white in a mammogram. So usually abnormalities are going to also show up white. So if you have a dense breast, you can't really see if there is anything going on in that breast because it's all white. So after 40, your breast, I mean, you lose a little bit of density.
Mhm.
Also, after 40 is when you're gonna more likely, it's more common to get breast cancer after 40 than earlier than that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
earlier.
40, yeah,
So that's why it's also important because they say 40 is when you start getting your mammograms to do your self breast exam. I was
exactly.
diagnosed before 40. We know
Mm-hmm.
several people who were diagnosed before the
Mm-hmm.
age of 40, but I can attest, I was not doing a self breast exam, had no clue or anything
Mm-hmm.
about doing self breast exams.
Right.
So, that is a part of what Team Whip is out here trying to do. We hear raising awareness, but we want to educate you first
Right.
while we raise awareness. Okay.
Right.
All right. So, mammography, listen to me, mammograms are to
Mm-hmm.
detect calcifications in your breast. Um,
Uh-huh.
they are to see what the human eye cannot see. And the
Right.
reason for the age of 40 is because the breast before the age of 40,
Or
because of
really didn't.
density, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, educate me now. Educate me. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Facebook land. Once again, we're here with mammography technologist Angela Houston, also a breast
Right.
cancer survivor. But
Yes,
most of
ma'am.
all, she is a member of Team Woo!
Yes.
Okay, so next question I have for you. Those with implants,
Mm-hmm.
um, not a mammogram.
Mm-hmm.
What do a person that has had a mastectomy or a what we say a bilateral mastectomy, what do you suggest? Not you suggest, let me get my wording right because we're not giving any medical advice. What is
Right.
a suggestive
Or
plan,
something that I've seen.
yeah,
Um,
for those who don't have breast?
okay. Um, well, if you don't have breast or no implants, usually you can go in for an ultrasound. A ultrasound, they can actually scan your chest without, I mean, if it's a flat chest or whatever, they can scan that and look for any abnormalities. Um, if you've had reconstruction, usually the radiologist is going to recommend a mammogram anyway. Um, if you can choose to opt out of a mammogram. We do have something that is called automated breast ultrasound, which is a 3D ultrasound, and it actually it's a large transducer. It'll scan your whole breast. Um, and a few different, I mean, few projections. It'll scan your breast and it can look for anything that can possibly be growing in your breast as far as, lumps or anything like that. Um, what was your question again?
So, okay, besides a mammogram, what else do they use to
Okay, what
detect
else
breast
they can use? Yes,
cancer
ma'am.
that they
You
look
can
for?
also you can have MRIs. MRIs are normally when you're high risk. And high risk is if you've already had breast cancer or if you when we bring you in to have your mammogram, we have you fill out a history sheet. And that history sheet, you answer a bunch of questions. And if you've say if you started your period at a late age, or if you had a child at a late age, or if you had family members who have had breast cancer, then
Mhm.
that puts you on a higher risk. So if you score a high risk category or whatever, then we'll recommend an MRI for you. So patients who have had implants, um, or who have implants say we may do a MRI because they are high risk, or if they may think that they have a rupture in their implant, then we'll do an MRI. MRIs, they detect ruptures and leaks.
Okay. So we
Yes.
have mammograms
Mm-hmm.
and
Ultrasound.
ultrasounds
Mm-hmm.
and then possibly MRIs. Are there any other scans that they may use for breast cancer detection?
Mm, as far as I know, I mean, if there's something new out there, but
AI comes up with something all the
I
time
know,
now. We
but I
probably
mean,
won't
it's
go in front of
usually
machines before
mammogram,
long and it's like,
ultrasound, and
yeah.
MRI. Now, I mean, of course, if there's something that looks really suspicious, then they would schedule you for a biopsy. But other than that, those are the screening. the three screening things that they would do.
Okay. So we just trying to inform you all of what takes place after October. So October we talked about they get the free mammograms. It's November
Hmm.
3rd. I was unable to get in and get my free mammogram.
Hmm. Hmm.
What do I do? I feel this not fair that I missed my
Right.
mammogram in October. What can I do after October?
Um, well, there is, oh, hold on, let me look at my notes. There is, in Alabama, there's a breast and cervical cancer early detection program. And with that program, that allows you to do free pap smears or free mammograms. You can either contact the health department in your area, and then you can fill out an application. It is income based, but you can fill that application up and possibly be qualified to do a free mammogram or a mammogram at little to no cost. I mean, I think I've actually seen myself, I've seen somebody maybe pay $25 for a mammogram, but but or free. It just depends, I guess, on that application or whatever you qualify for. But it's through the health department. It's called the ABC program, which is, like I said, Alabama Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection. And you can either go to that health department and see a provider there, or you can call the health department again, and they can give you a list of providers if you want to just go to an actual doctor or a provider. You can find out if there's somebody you actually want to see yourself. You can find out if that provider is on the list, and they can get you qualified to come get a referral to come and do your free mammogram
Free mammogram.
with East Alabama. Hmm.
Okay. See, that is helpful information because some people think, well, I know if I wait until October, I can get it
Hmm.
free. But what
Hmm.
happens before October and
Yeah,
after
this is year
October?
round.
This is
Yeah.
year round.
Hmm.
This is helpful information. This is year round. You do not have to wait to October to get your free
Hmm.
mammogram.
Hmm.
Contact your Alabama Department of Public Health. They can,
Hmm.
if you can get it done there, or you
Hmm.
can get,
Exactly.
they can show you.
Refer to come. Yeah, right. To come to
Right,
East Alabama Breast Health Center. Yeah.
right. Okay. So
Mhm.
once again, we're talking with mammography. I say mammography, that's probably not even one, but
Mammographer.
a mammographer
You just been made up for
technologist. You're talking to the ma'am lady, okay?
the memo lady. Yeah,
The
there you
memo
go.
lady. Oh, and we're just talking about what takes place after October. I've
Mhm.
seen some
Mhm.
people ask, I can't make it during those time. I can't make it that
Right.
day. I was unable to get an appointment. So after October, these are
Right.
these are the things that you can take advantage of. First of all, she's certified.
Yes, ma'am.
She's certified because she went to school for it. She's qualified for it because she's a breast cancer survivor. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
She's bona
Mhm.
fide because she's a member of Team Will.
Certified and bona fide.
Certified and bona fide. Just having a little Monday night fun. And I said I wasn't gonna hold long, and it's 7:38. Is it 7:30? It's 8:38. I'm sorry, these times.
Uh-huh.
But and I'm glad you were able to share that information with us and tell us once again, how many year survivor are you?
13. It'll be 13. Yeah, 13. No, it's November. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
diagnosed in
so
November. Yeah.
November, and it's funny, it's ironic. It's November, we're talking about after October. It's the month that you found your
My cancer. Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
we're fixing a happy anniversary.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you told us, let me ask you this question. If this
Hmm.
can be shared,
That's fine.
basic, what is the cost of a mammogram?
Oh, I think out of pocket, it's like $180 it without insurance. With insurance, I think, of course, you just pay your copay. If you have I don't even think they charge a copay. I'm not sure. I think it's like your copay, but yeah, without insurance it's $180. If
without
you were
insurance,
just coming in, yeah,
roughly
self-pay.
$180. So
Uh-huh.
Team Whip has a program, we call it under 40, because we already know they suggest to be 40.
The
And
B40.
Angela has already explained to us why they say the age of 40. So if you're watching this and you're under the age of 40, okay, you're under the age of 40, and you were unable to get your mammogram, or your insurance will not cover it or only cover a portion of it, call us. We
Mm-hmm.
can help you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Call us, call the health department. They can help you as well.
Mm-hmm.
We are just out here trying to save lives by
Mm-hmm.
educating and bringing awareness to your resources that you have available in your area.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Angela Houston, who does work in the East Alabama area, for one of the East Alabama
The
facilities,
Breast Health Center. Mm-hmm.
one of the health centers, she has told us so much information tonight. I feel like I'm about certified now. But y'all, if you didn't get a chance, if you came in late, let me just say, hey, out here, go back and watch it. It's Facebook Live, and if you know someone who's been diagnosed with breast cancer, send them our way. We got a little help for them. Okay, we got a little hope for them too as well, because we say no one fights alone. And if they're not on social media, yes, this will be on YouTube by tomorrow as well. And you giving us the resources that help with mammograms. This has been a phenomenal meeting. I appreciate you so very much. Team Whip appreciate you for being a team player. I'm gonna go to social media real quick. Are there any questions out there? And thank you all for watching. I keep turning this way, looking at my phone, but thank you all so much for watching, for tuning in. And it was Monday night, and big games are on. There was a lot going on in the area. But we do know in Troup County there's voting tomorrow, it's election.
There
So y'all stay
is.
out and elect your person that is going to represent your voice, okay?
Yes. Go
Represent your
vote.
community. Go vote. That is very
Mm-hmm.
important. Is there any questions that anybody has out here in social media land? Did I miss anything? Is there any information you want to share, Angela?
I just wanted to add, like, you were saying under 40. Now, if you're high risk, or if you have family members or your mother or grandmother, I mean, um, if you're in that high risk category, you're also able to do the free mammograms. I mean, you can qualify to do the free mammogram.
And
Hmm.
as they say, mammogram saves lives.
Yes,
It's a
ma'am.
part of early detection. Okay, so after you
Exactly.
learn your family history, and if you haven't learned your family history, and if you don't know your genetic makeup, mammograms are the next best thing.
That's true.
Okay, so
That's true.
don't dismiss the mammograms. Don't play with them.
Right.
Don't play
Right.
with them.
Right.
It's go get
Get
them
it
pressed.
done.
Yeah, get it done. It doesn't take long as
It doesn't.
it's a little so let me ask you, I knew I was forgetting something. So is there anything that is suggested for a person that's going to take a mammogram, what to do?
Um, I always just suggest that have your mammogram after your period. I mean, if you're worried about pain, if you're worried about, if it's going to hurt or not, um, if you can, schedule your appointment after you've had your cycle. I always tell my patients, take some Advil or take some Tylenol if you want to come in and, if you're worried about the pain,
Do
that
you
helps.
take that the
Take
day
it.
before, you take it the
No,
morning?
take it 30 minutes before you come, on your way. Take it. And then by the time you're about to get compressed, you should be good.
You should be good. Okay, so um from and she doesn't tell a lot of people this. She's a radiologist, technologist, radio technologist. Y'all know them terms.
The radiologic technologists. I know it's a lot on the tongue. It really
X-ray
is.
technician. Here
An
we go.
X-ray
No.
tech. That's all. X-ray tech.
So Jatan Gibson wants to know, how do you know if you have a leak and what does that feel like? Because
And
earlier you
your
say you detected yours by having a discharge. So did that discharge have an odor? What did it look like?
it did not have an odor, but it was brown, red to brown.
Red to
You want to work, I mean, like if you have like milky discharge, that's kind of common. That's nothing to be worried about because that a lot of times it could be just discharge overactive hormones when you have a milky discharge. But if you see something like a brown or red discharge, you definitely want to go in and get that checked because that can be a problem. That's blood. And so anytime you have blood, then you want to see what that is. It's not always cancer, but it could be.
It
Yeah.
could. Okay,
Hmm.
so what you're, because I know they said there's a burning, there could be a burning sensation, it could be tender. Was your breast tender in that
My
area?
breast one tender. I will tell people that breast cancer is not associated with pain. I mean, you can have, because breast pain in breast is common. You have your cycle where your breasts get tender. You have hormonal changes where your breasts get tender. Um, I will never say that pain is associated with breast cancer. Now, if you see changes in your breast, if you see dimpling in your skin, if you feel something, a hardened skin, if your skin becomes hardened, not necessarily a lump, but if it feels hard, or if you just see changes. I mean, if you look at your breast every month, if you do self breast exams every month, you'll see changes. And if you see changes, then you might want to go get that checked. You never know.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
She says, thank you for answering her question. Great.
Yes, ma'am.
And that, sometimes we have people, they have the questions, but they don't want to ask. And it's okay. And if y'all
Mhm.
ever want to contact our organization and because you have questions, our number's on our social media and it's on our website. And when you ask that question, we know who we're going to. Going to Angela. What we call peer matching. We will get you the answer, and it's okay. It is okay
Mhm. Mhm.
because us helping others is not to be broadcast, and that's okay. That's why I said sometimes people don't want to ask the question in public.
Right,
But if
right,
you want to
right.
ask it privately, call us, and we'll get you paired with the person that can answer the
And
question.
if we don't know, we will find out.
We will find out. That is what we do.
Right.
So, Angela, we thank you all, everybody, for joining tonight. Please, if you don't mind, share out this broadcast. You never know who you will help. Okay, you never know who you will help.
Mhm. Mhm.
One last thing I want to let everybody know: this Saturday, we will be having our first lunch and learn in this season. We had one back in April, so this is our second lunch and learn this year. It's a breast health workshop. So I know Angela gave you just a tidbit tonight, but come Saturday, we will have the director of medicine at Spencer Cancer Center, Dr. Brandon Johnson, who's a
Mhm.
hematologist oncologist. He was my oncologist when I was going through my journey. And he's going to talk about stages and types. And a lot of times we get confused on the difference in what the stage is and what the type
Yes.
is. So come Saturday, I'm not going to tell you the difference. I know the difference, but I'm going to learn more on Saturday. And it's free. It's free. When we say lunch and learn, we're going to learn and we're going to be fed too. So it's free. We're going to talk about the types, the stages, the subtypes, the type of treatments. Why is it diagnosed with this? Why this person had this treatment?
Mhm.
If it's estrogen fed or if it's not hormone fed, what do you do? So when you go in that room, or you know a loved one go in that room, you can say, "Oh, I've already been to that workshop. I know what they're talking about. Let me explain it to you." Okay. We're also going to have Arkira Dowdell, who's a breast cancer survivor. She's a breast clinical navigator with East Alabama as well. And she's going to talk to us from advocating for patients and then advocating for herself as well. What's the process after you've been diagnosed? A lot of times we think just because, oh, we know what the process is. That
Mhm.
process is we're going to go into treatment. No, there's a step in between. And I'm telling you guys, free registration on our website at www.teamwhip2015.com. Go to our events tab, look for the breast health workshop. Click on it, RSVP. You will not be disappointed. Registration and breakfast at 9:45, and at 12 o'clock, you'll be getting your lunch and you'll be going out of the door. We do not hold long because these ladies, hey, Gigi already done told us she got to get to her break. So we're here, we're trying to learn, we're trying to educate. This is a part of our T project, Thriving Essentials and Attributes. And under that project, we have teaching, empowering, and advocating. That is what I'm going to say this segment of the T Project is all about, and it is funded by the East Alabama Community Foundation Trust Grant. And we are partnered with the Circle of Care for this project. I'm telling you, come on out and learn. I promise you, you're going to be at Pink. You can graduate from Pink University when we get through, So it's not, you don't have to ask any questions. You won't be answered any questions. It's just for you to come in and soak up and absorb what is out there for you so you can advocate for yourself and others. So go ahead
Right.
and go online and register for it. Free RSVP with limited seating now, limited seating. And we hope to see you on Saturday. And once again, Angela, we thank you so very much for your time on tonight. We thank
Thank
you
you.
for being a team player because you got more work to do now.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got more work. We appreciate you so much. And
All
I
right,
think
no
because
problem.
in November, we have another one in January, and we have another one in March, and I think we'll have another one in May. So we're going to leave you alone probably till the summertime. Thank y'all. What do we do
Okay.
after October? Go back and watch this live. Watch us on YouTube. Angela, thank you so very much. And if you just want to give us a call and have any questions, 334-333-9405, www.teamwhip2015.com. We appreciate everybody for joining us on tonight. Please share out this broadcast, and we look forward to seeing you in the near future at one of our events. Good night.
Good night.